of the class of 2026. Tonight is a night of celebrations, and let's create an atmosphere worthy of this occasion. Bienvenidos y gracias por acompañarnos mientras celebramos los logros de la clase de 2026. Esta noche es una noche de celebración y les invitamos a crear un ambiente digno de esta ocasión tan especial. Please join us in celebrating with each graduate with enthusiasm, while we also show respect for every student and family gathered here tonight. Together, let's make this an evening that honors the achievements of the entire class of 2026. Acompáñennos a celebrar a cada graduado con entusiasmo, al mismo tiempo que mostramos respeto por cada estudiante y familia reunidos aquí esta noche. Juntos, hagamos de esta una velada que honre los logros y el esfuerzo de toda la clase de 2026. Thank you for being here. Now, when our graduates come in, I expect us to make a lot of noise. All right, Mr. Espinero, let's begin.
Let's go! That's
Here we go, Nathaniel!
Hey, John!
Nice.
Joshua!
Oh, hi.
Jake! Isaiah. picture of you?
Oh, right here, yes, yes.
Really?
Way to go, Jay!
Thanks.
Good job, Jay!
Oh, there she is.
I'm working as fast as you do.
Wait, this is gonna be edited?
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. faculty, staff, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. And welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2026. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Zuniga, and I have had the honor of serving the class of 2026 president since freshman year. I never understood people saying it'll go by so fast, or the jokes from adults explaining how they wish they could go back to high school. But as I stand before you now, pride and joy emulate from everyone and cut through the warm air of this June evening. I would now like to invite you all to quickly look back into our past and take a journey down memory lane. Our first day of kindergarten was in September of 2013. We all lined up behind those traffic cones with wooden rods sticking out of them that had the teacher's name on a piece of paper taped in front, almost like how we all lined up just before working out. Kind of absurd, wasn't it? On that early September day, someone was crying, wishing for our parents to come back, or cried because they were scared of this new place and new faces. And maybe some of your parents in the audience cried, watching their babies begin this new and huge part of their lives. And students, I'm sure many of your parents are like my own. You had photos galore taken of you on this milestone day. Memories like the Weston song after every elementary concert, throwing butterflies and releasing them, and field days, which I know were always a fan favorite. And maybe some of you remember our Roosevelt walkout, since we didn't get to officially graduate 5th grade like the years prior to us, which then brought us to becoming the first 5th graders in Levis. This was a big step in our educational lives, and also a big step in building a community within ourselves. I know some of you may not remember signing it, but one of our first successful petitions was allowing the 5th grade class to be involved in this pretty musical of Beauty and the Beast. And I will warn you, we did not stop there. But the following year, once we finally actually got to be involved in sports and clubs as official 6th graders, we were shut down because of quarantine. To be honest, when we went virtual in 7th grade, I don't remember much about playing Among Us over Zoom calls, and I'm sure most of you can relate to that sentiment. Thankfully, as 8th graders, the mask mandate was lifted, and we got to go on our class trip to Washington, D.C., and thank you again to Ms. Terzius for putting that together. But in 8th grade, we did make another petition to change the yearbook, and we made our own spirit days the last week of school. Once again, we rallied together as a grade to get what we wanted at the age of 14. I mean, I would be a little scared of being with teenagers myself too. And luckily for us, we were the first class to be in high school all 4 years. We started freshman year with Logan Moss. George Watkins was loved by all, always smiling, always happy to people. We had the opportunity to honor him at our first inter-class comps and carry his legacy with us throughout our victorious reign at MHS. Before I continue, I would like to call up Joshua D'Ambrosio and Gabriel Zonda to please stand for this honor.
Hello everyone, my name is Joshua D'Ambrosio, and I first want to thank you all for coming out to support us. December 20th, 2022. That was the day that forced me to grow up and become the person I had to be. I got the news about George's passing just a couple hours before school the next day. I'll never forget the pain and grief, not just me, but all of us had to endure that day. I just want to say that I'm so proud of each and every single one of you, because 4 years ago the easy option was to give up, stop caring, but you didn't. You did what George would have done. You trusted in each other, and most importantly, you trusted in yourself. And because of that, we're here today. Thank you.
Many of us walked side by side with George. He was a complex character whom we all had an amazing opportunity to discover. We all saw the lovely, happy kid who stamped smiles on our faces. We never failed to bring out the pessimist. With that being said, he brought out the pessimist. Through the friendships he built and the memories we shared, George showed us the importance of enjoying life's simple moments and appreciating the people around us. Whether through his contagious laughter, his kindness, or even his presence, he had a way of making ordinary dealing with days he was special. The impact he left on all of us will not be forgotten, and the lessons he taught us through his character and spirit will stay with us for years to come. Thank you.
Like Gabe said, we were able to carry his legacy with us throughout our victorious reign in MHS. In the following years, our grade was part of breaking school records individually and others as a team. We worked endlessly to host a beautiful prom, and I mean beautiful prom. Thank you again to Miss Daisy and all the others who helped create such an incredible night. But most importantly, we proved all of our doubters wrong by actually making it to Disney for our senior trip. Although we did get a little jump scared with the plane issues, everything worked out in the end, and we created everlasting memories. I mean, personally, I think the image of Mr. Menudo dressed up as an angel twirling around on stage is burned into my memory forever. And with my final statements, I want to address the real world. My fellow graduates, most of us are 18 or turning 18, and with this power, we have the opportunity to make a true difference. I encourage you all to go out forward. Use your voices for good. Remember who you are and the values that growing up in a small community has taught you. Graduates, I want you to look to your left and to your right and realize that the classmates next to you might have more similarities than differences to you. Nobody should be outcasted for who they are, what they believe in, or where they come from. At the end of the day, we are all the same. But unfortunately, with society, we are going to face obstacles that will need our camaraderie to overcome, just like we have in the past. Our grade has been able to build a foundation of unity that will be able to speak for those who don't have a voice or are no longer here with us today. So finally, once again, I want to remind you all that as we leave this chapter of our teenage lives and a new one opens, your voice matters no matter what the world may say. Be the change you want to see in the world. Congratulations, class of 2026, and remember, you will never be these kids again. Please join me in welcoming our superintendent, Dr. Jamil Maroon, to the dais.
Good evening, class of 2026. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment and recognize the folks who are here on the dais with us. We have members from our Manville Town Council, Mayor Richard Underko, members of the Board of Education, and the administrators who are here to join us. And throughout this place, we have different folks who've supported your educational experience, from our faculty and staff to all of your parents. But students, today is a celebration. It's a celebration of your accomplishments, your perseverance, and your journey that has brought you to this moment. Graduation marks both the end and the beginning. It is a closing of one chapter and the start of another. And it's going to be filled with new opportunities, challenges, and endless possibilities. And before we go further, I do want to take a moment and recognize the people who helped make this moment possible for you. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and tonight we see that village all around us. Parents, guardians, family members, teachers, coaches, mentors, friends, and all the loved ones who supported you, encouraged you, and challenged you, and believed in you all along the way. To every member of the class of 2026's village, whether you're here tonight or watching the live stream or cheering them on in spirit, thank you. Thank you for all that you've done for our students. Now, graduates and everybody here, I apologize, but I'm going to ask you to indulge me for just a moment. Many of you know that before I was superintendent here in the district, I had the privilege of being the principal of these students at Roosevelt School. Long before their caps and gowns and championships and college applications and senior memories, I knew them as elementary school students. I watched them learn, I watched them grow, stumble, and succeed, and discover who they were and the person that they've become. And today, as I look across the graduating class, I see something remarkable. I see young adults who've grown into leaders. I see young adults who've grown into artists, athletes, musicians, scholars, and most importantly, good citizens. I see individuals who've overcome challenges, celebrated victories, and continue moving forward no matter what stood in their way. And I want you to know something, boys and girls. You are exactly why we all do this work. Every lesson that's taught, every practice that's attended, every game that's coached, every performance that's directed every difficult conversation that we have, every word we heard, it's for moments like this. Your success is linked to the work that we all do. Years ago, at Roosevelt School, Mr. McNally and I introduced something to you guys called the Roosevelt Way. It was the extension of the Weston way of being safe, being respectful, being responsible. And every morning, we used to gather together. We would have a morning assembly every day. And this is where we focus on the character traits that we believe would help guide you in your future. Being safe, being responsible, being respectful, trustworthy, fair, caring, and good citizens. And every day, we began with the Pledge of Allegiance and our mission statement. And then we said the daily affirmation. And the daily affirmation, the mission statement was very simple. And I actually think this is one of the best mission statements that any school district has across the country. And for what it's worth, it means everything. It is, we believe in the potential of our students, the ability of our teachers and administrators, and the support of our parents and community. Every child, every day. This statement was never just a collection of words. I promise you that. It was a promise. It was a promise that we believe in you. It was a promise that we believed in your potential, and it was a promise that no matter where you started, you were capable of achieving great things. I want to repeat that again. No matter where you started, you're capable of achieving great things. And then as we move from there, I think one of the things that we would go into is our daily affirmation. And the daily affirmation is something that we would say every day. And I'm going to ask you guys to join me one more time. So, at the time, we would hope that these words would stay with you. And I'm sure, in hindsight, at 9 years old, you probably don't remember what they meant. But we started every day by saying, excellence starts with me. So when I say it, I want you to say it with me. Excellence starts with me. Come on, guys. Let's do this again, right? Excellence starts with me. The choices that you make, boys and girls, they matter. Your future is not determined by your circumstance alone. It's shaped by the decisions and your efforts and your commitment to becoming the person you want to be. The second thing we would say is, I am a scholar. There we go, let's try. One more time, I'm a scholar. That means never stop learning. Whether you're in the classroom, is a college lecture hall, a job site, a military training facility, or the experiences of everyday life. Remain curious. Keep asking questions, keep growing. Then we would say, the standard of excellence is today and tomorrow. Let's say it again. The standard of excellence is today and tomorrow. That means don't settle. Continue pushing yourself to be better tomorrow than you are today. Then we would say, I am here to excel. Ready? And that means to take advantage of every opportunity that comes along your way. Some of life's greatest opportunities arrive disguised as challenges. Then we would say, I have no excuse to fail. That doesn't mean you won't face setbacks. You will. We all do. It means that when obstacles appear, you choose resilience over excuses. You find a way forward. Then we would say this, and I know some of you weren't paying attention to this one because I saw your attendance and your target over the last couple of weeks. It says, I'm prepared for school by being disciplined, focused, and on time. All right, let's try that again. I'm prepared for school by being disciplined, focused, and on time. Again, that data wasn't great, but the lesson behind it remains important. Success rarely happens by accident. It comes by showing up consistently, being prepared, staying focused on your goals, and doing work when no one else is watching. Those habits will serve you well long before you leave these halls. And then you would say, I'm organized, respectful, and responsible. Perfect. That says that you can master these three traits. You can distinguish yourself wherever life takes you. And then we would say, I'm on a mission to improve myself, my community, and humanity. Alright, you guys get better. This may be the most important line of all. Your success should never be measured only by what you achieve for yourself, but how you impact the lives of others. And in this class, you've impacted the lives of others significantly. Leave every place better than you found it. And then we would finish this, and I really want you guys to join me in saying this. And you would do like a little punch at the end of it because you were 9 years old. And it was, I will do my personal best. All right, let's Everybody here, let's try this one more time. I will do my personal best.
I will do my personal best.
Thank you. Not somebody else's best. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for your best every day. Because when you consistently do your personal best, extraordinary things become possible. So class of 2026, as you leave Manville High School and begin the next chapter of your lives, remember that you always possess everything that you need to succeed. You have the knowledge, the skills, the character, and the determination to achieve great things. So on behalf of the Board of Education, the Manville Council, Mayor Underko, our faculty, staff, and everyone here, congratulations. Whether you're a faculty student, college, workforce, military service, trade school, or somewhere else entirely different, know that we believe in you just as strongly today as I believed in you all those years ago. The world is waiting for your ideas, your leadership, your compassion, and your talents. So go forward with confidence, stay true to who you are, serve others, chase your dreams, and above all else, do your personal best. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naroon. Now, to continue to celebrate and commemorate this milestone, the MHS choir will now perform a special musical selection. this time, I'd like to invite our this year's salutatorian to the dais, Jacob Ulan.
Good evening, class of 2026. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jacob Fulhart, and as Dr. Sells said, I am the salutatorian for our class. I am very honored to be standing in front of you all, with all of our families here with us today. I'm sure many, if not most of you know, how averse I am to being anywhere near the stage, let alone being the one speaking. And it's why I'm always behind the camera rather than in front of it. Because of that, I'll be doing my best to keep things brief. I've loved these last 4 years knowing all of you, not to mention all the years prior in the other buildings in the district. I've made memories with many of you that I'll still remember and cherish years and years into the future. Now, I'd just like to express my thanks to a few staff members here. First, both because I know it would probably embarrass him, and because he has had that much of an impact on me, I'd like to thank Mr. Del Preti for everything he's done here in Manville. Without him, I wouldn't have found the passion in filming and taking photos, nor been motivated to continue pursuing photography as a hobby for years to come. Speaking with you in the halls each day is one of the highlights of what otherwise can feel like a monotonous day-to-day schedule. Sincerely, thank you. I'd also like to thank Mr. Curzius, also referred to as Mr. Mustache by my brother, both for being able to keep the 2 tiny AP classes I had with him engaging and interesting, and for always being around whenever any sort of tech issue occurs, which is very often here in Manville. It's always fun talking to you about whatever silly topic comes up. To you too, thank you. To all the teachers that I have not named here, I still appreciate you very much so, but to keep things brief, I committed to 2. To my family, I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. You've motivated me to push myself, to excel, and to do my very best in everything I attempt. I don't think I'd be here today without your support. I'm going to miss walking down the halls with friends, talking with so many of you, and some, not all, of the absurd shenanigans people come up with. At the same time, I look forward to talking with everyone in the future, hearing what you've done and what you're going to do. Good luck now and everything you all do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. At this time, I'd like to invite this year's valedictorian, Maria Curia.
Good evening, parents, friends, loved ones, administrators, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of the class of 2026. When I was given the task to prepare the speech for tonight, I was honestly at a loss on what my message would be. I wondered if I could write a speech so moving that it would bring you all to tears, or one so grand that I would receive a standing ovation. But then, the other night, as I was watching the groups of being a wallflower, I realized what I wanted to leave with you all tonight. Most of you, even those who have not seen the film, have probably heard the well-known lines at the end of the movie. And there are people who forget what it's like to be 16 when they turn 17. I know these will all be stories someday, and our pictures will become old photographs. We all become someone's mom or dad. But right now, these moments are not stories. This is happening. This is one moment when you know you are not a sad story. You are alive. And you stand up and see the lights on the buildings, and everything that makes you wonder. And you're listening to that song, that drive for the people who you love most in this world. And in this moment, I swear you're happy. While the film is a coming-of-age story for a freshman boy, I believe these lines truly reflect the world before us. As we gather here this evening, celebrating a huge milestone in all of our lives, I hope the moments we spent together within these 4 walls now become fleeting. No matter where you end up in the next couple of months, I ask that you pause, take a breather, immerse yourself in the moment. We will one day tell our future family and friends all about our high school days, but no matter how many times we tell those stories, we will not be able to relive the moment again. For a lot of us, this summer, the summer after high school, may be our last chance to connect with some of our closest people before For the next few months, spend less time on your phones and rather laugh with your precious families, have the hangout with your friends that you only ever talked about, or be with whoever, whenever, wherever. Do anything that your heart desires and hold your loved ones even tighter. And in that sense, I think it's truly important for us to thank all of the people who have allowed us to be here today. So my fellow graduates, as you soon walk across the stage to receive your diploma, I hope you can all take a moment to thank at least one person in your hearts, someone who has supported you along the way. Whether it's a teacher, coworker, family member, friend, or someone who may no longer be here with us, whoever it may be, have them in mind, and if they're here with us tonight, let them know that they are that special person. Love is truly the best when expressed. And so I cannot leave the stage without thanking my special people. To all of the teachers and staff who have spent endless moments teaching and guiding and supporting me throughout my time at Mango, milestone in our lives, I hope you cherish the moments, the people, and the feelings we have shared. I have no doubt that you will do well in whatever path you take, and I hope you all continue to seize the moment and be the light in other people's lives. We are and will always be together. We are and will always be stronger together. In this moment and in every moment, we are infinite. So go out there and show the world what you've got. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it.
Thank you so much, Maria. That's beautiful. This year we have a special edition, one of the speeches. The students selected a staff member to deliver a staff address, a special message to them. They don't know who it is yet, so please join me in welcoming Miss Biso to the stage.
Before I begin, I would like to thank the Board of Education, Dr. Maroon, the Central Office, the administration, fellow staff members, and distinguished guests. I would also like to thank anyone here in the crowd and those watching on the live stream for joining us today. Without you, we would have no reason to celebrate the incredible achievements these students have accomplished over the past 4 years. Hearing that you wanted me to be your staff speaker tonight was an incredible honor. But when I started writing, I realized I had one major problem. There is no way to cram 4 years of your best moments, laughs, and inside jokes into a brief message. I have so much I want to say to all of you, but the truth is, your class is simply too special for a single speech to ever do you justice. Ed Koch once said, "The fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse." Tonight reminds me of a fireworks show. Think about the booming sound you hear as the band plays calming circumstance. Look around at the bright, sudden burst of vivid colors as you and your fellow graduates are dressed in the elegance of your caps, gowns, and cords. You have a shared human connection of being surrounded by family, friends, and loved ones who deeply admire watching you walk across the stage of Florida, applauding your triumphs. Graduation is not an ending, but instead an ignition for your future. When you first walked through the doors of MHS, you were freshmen eager to make your mark, immerse yourselves in the culture, and desperately try to avoid that awkward freshman stereotype. Instead, you were greeted with a whirlwind of reality. Love, loss, new social circles, teachers, and an overwhelming amount of information. From the start, there were those who excelled in academics, athletics, the arts, music, or other extracurricular activities. Some of you strategically thought of doing the bare minimum, which was fine until you realized that passing your classes was actually part of a graduation requirement. And, as you'd expect, a few of you decided to test the waters, only to find yourself in Mr. Zuniga's office. But honestly, those encounters set the foundation for a long-standing positive bond over the next 4 years. Then came up one year. The novelty of being in high school completely wore off. Stress kicked in, and many of you perfected the art of classic and which is exactly how you found your way to my door. Little by little, I got to know you, not just as names in Genesis, but as the incredible young adults that you are today. You started coming by my office on your best days, worst days, looking for a snack, or using my room as a tactical hiding spot to dodge class. Teachers, I'm sorry, I tried to get back to class. Together, we had meaningful and heartfelt conversations. We cried behind closed doors and celebrated your victories, both small and large. I was fortunate enough to see all sides of you. Your incredible strengths, weaknesses, vibrant personalities, challenges, and your relentless determination. Entering junior year, Mr. Zielinski asked me to co-advise. I
gladly accepted this challenge, knowing that this year is notoriously the craziest and most stressful year of high school. This year, your lives were filled with a ridiculous amount of state testing, fundraisers galore, and hosting prom. I will never forget the absolute laughter we brought to class comps, marching out in our matching Batman capes and masks, showing the entire school what a legendary unified prom looks like. When it came to prom, your class officers worked around the clock to pull off an absolute miracle. They turned stressful planning into an amazing night, where we all got to dress up, leave the stress behind, and dance the night away in a beautiful garden oasis. After years of hard work, you finally stepped into the year that belonged entirely to you, senior year. This was the milestone you always looked forward to, defined by senior privileges, the excitement of your acceptances, and a well-deserved case of senioritis. Watching you navigate this final chapter has been nothing short of a privilege. You poured your hearts into your final class comps, making banners in the hallways, proudly wearing your senior jerseys, and showcasing your victories. You hosted an incredible Mr. Manville pageant and brought laughter to our community. You survived the literal whirlwind, or should I say hurricane, of the Disney trip and made memories that will outlast any souvenirs. You even managed to pull off a last-minute senior prank. We finished it all at the senior picnic, soaking in the sunshine, laughing together, realizing how fast your time at MHS was running out. Ahead of the bright future you're about to create, I could try to pass along some profound insights on how to navigate the dark skies you might encounter along the way, but honestly, you don't need me to. You've already handled 4 years of unexpected storms, twists, and turns, and every single time, you came out victorious. So, whether you have zoned out during the speech or been listening the whole time, I hope you at least remember this. Just like a firework, each one of you will leave your unique mark in the sky. I hope that you will rise through the darkness and light up the world for all to see your characters, talents, achievements, and your kindness. Remember to take risks, ask questions, have fun, and make good choices. Know that you may not always get it right, and that's okay. The beautiful thing about growing up is knowing that you will always have a place to call home here at MHS. Congratulations to the class of 2026, and thank you.
Thank you for that thoughtful message, Ms. Visa. So, tonight I have a sad truth to share with you all. Hay una verdad difícil que quiero compartir con todos ustedes esta noche. There is nothing magical that happens when you cross the stage and receive your diploma. There is no sudden transformation. Nada mágico ocurre. No hay ninguna transformación inmediata. No heavenly bells will ring, no beam of light breaking through the clouds to announce this moment to the world. And parents, lo siento mucho, but your children will not suddenly begin cleaning up after themselves. The dishes in the sink will not magically find their way into the dishwasher. Laundry will not fold itself. Bedrooms will not suddenly become organized. But with that being said, everything will change. Todo cambiará. Whether you are heading to college, entering the workforce, joining the military, or still figuring out what comes next, something important shifts tonight. Algo cambia. Algo se mueve dentro de ustedes. You will walk a little taller. You will carry a little more confidence, a little bit more pride. And perhaps for some of you, you will begin to realize what you are capable of accomplishing. Tonight you stop asking, can I do this? And begin asking, what's next? ¿Y ahora qué sigue? You see, even though in my short time here in Manville, I've come to appreciate a small truth. Manville High School punches above its weight. We are a small school, but as many of our families would say, pequeños pero poderosos, small but powerful. We are a community that understands something important. Greatness is not measured by numbers, it's measured by perseverance, por el sacrificio, por la dedicación, por las ganas de seguir adelante cuando el camino se pone difícil. This year, you demonstrated that in tangible ways. You excelled in academics, athletics, the arts, leadership, service. We showed that extraordinary things can come from a small town when people believe in one another. And the graduates seated before us tonight are proof of that. Some of you balanced school with work. Some cared for family members. Some overcame obstacles that many of us will never fully understand. Some of you arrived here from another country carrying dreams that belong not only to you, but to your parents, your grandparents, and entire families. Esta graduación no le pertenece solamente a ustedes. It belongs to the people who worked extra shifts, the people who sacrificed, the people who worried, the people who prayed, the people who never stopped believing in you, even when you may have doubted in yourself. It belongs to every parent, grandparent, sibling, teacher, counselor, coach, custodian, secretary, and friend who helped you get here. Because none of us arrive at moments like this alone. It is a reminder that the greatest accomplishments are rarely individual achievements. They are a result of a community that shares, supports, and lifts one another. And that is the story of the class of 2026. And tonight, deben sentirse orgullosos. You should feel proud. Proud of what you accomplished, proud of who you become, and proud of the challenges you have overcome. Because tomorrow the diploma will be hanging on your wall. But what matters most is what it represents. Es prueba de que sí se puede. It is proof that you can set a goal and achieve it. Proof that you can persevere. Proof that you can overcome obstacles. Proof that can build a future that once may have seemed impossible. And that confidence, that belief in yourself is something that changes you. Congratulations, class of 2026. El futuro los espera y está llena de posibilidades. The future is waiting for you. Go meet it with courage, with humility, and with the confidence that comes from knowing exactly what you are capable of becoming. Now, to recognize some of these accomplishments, I'm going to ask for a little audience participation. Graduates, if the statement applies to you, please stand and be recognized by our guests. So please stand if you played a varsity sport during high school. Por favor, párense. Please stand if you participated in chorus, choir, marching band, theater, or another musical program. All right, please seated. If you are involved in a club, an organization, or extracurricular activity, si formaron parte de un club, if you worked a job to support yourself or your family, si trabajaron para mantenerse a sí mismos o apoyar a su familia. A medical, physical, or mental health challenge. Si superaron un desafío médico, físico o de salud mental. That's right, a lot more. All right. If you helped care for a family member or someone who depended on you, si ayudaron a cuidar a un familiar o alguien que dependía de ustedes. Please stand if you learned English while attending high school. Si aprendieron inglés mientras asistían a la escuela secundaria. All right, last one. Please stand if you took a college course, earned a certification, or participated in a career program. 2026s, you can all sit down. This is who the class of 2026 is. Athletes, artists, musicians, leaders, workers, caregivers, trailblazers, survivors, and scholars. Each of you has traveled a different path to arrive at this moment. Some journeys were smooth, others were incredibly difficult. Yet here you are together. That diploma you received tonight is more than a piece of paper. It represents thousands of choices, sacrifices, setbacks, and victories. And while there may not be any heavenly bells ringing as you cross this stage, there is something even more meaningful. The knowledge that you have accomplished something important, and the confidence to know that you are capable of accomplishing even more. Congratulations, class of 2026. Graduates, through your dedication, perseverance, and commitment to learning, you have successfully completed all requirements established by the state of New Jersey and the Manville Board of Education for the awarding of a high school diploma. Today, we honor your accomplishments and celebrate the journey that has brought you to this moment. As you prepare to take your next steps, know that you carry with you the pride, the support, and the best wishes of your families, your school, and your community. Dr. Maroon, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the graduating class of 2026. All right, yeah. I hereby certify that these students have successfully completed all requirements prescribed by the state of New Jersey and the Manville Board of Education and are therefore eligible to receive their high school diplomas. I respectfully present to you the class of 2026 for the conferring of diplomas.
On behalf of the Manville Board of Education, I proudly accept the recommendation of the principal and faculty and acknowledge that the members of the class of 2026 have successfully fulfilled all requirements for graduation. By the authority vested in the Board of Education by the state of New Jersey, it is my honor to affirm your eligibility to receive your diplomas and to recognize you as graduates of Manville High School. Class of 2026, tonight we celebrate not only what you have accomplished, but also the character, resilience, determination you have demonstrated along the way. As you leave this chapter behind and begin the next, carrying forward the lessons you've learned, the relationships you've built, and the pride of being a Mustang.
All right, for the moment you've all been waiting, we will now begin the process of announcing our graduates. All right, that means, all right, in position. And I would like to welcome Ms. Tina Green, the Board of Education President, to help distribute the diplomas to our graduating seniors.
Maria Wanjiku, Korea. Jacob Fular. Sophia Grace Goss. Camila Maria Espinosa. Camille Ali.
Nolani Amelia Santos. Joshua D'Ambrosio. Yariel Villegas. Anderson Camacho. Lucas Fabricio Abarca Casada. Alejandro Aguilera. Johann Sebastian Alvar St. Cruz. Sarah Christina Alvera. Isaiah Alnico. Dominica Georgina Arias Martinez. Lennon Ariel Azuge Gibrazo. Jaden Daniel Barantes Casada. Isaiah Matthew Bennett. Deanna M. Bettencourt. Evan William Bias. Katerina Borisenko. Lauren E. Camacho. Yexon Daniel Cambrianero. Evan Zachary Kanika. Inez Carvajal. Christina Carvajal Gonzalez. Stacy Castro Hidalgo. Luis Chimborazo. Matthews Eric Coca. Kathleen Koyo Adorno. Tamir Jalik Cron. Joseph Cruz Campos.
Good job, bud.
Tiago da Costa. Bradley De Leo Garcia. Luna Isabel de Oliveira Soto. Samuel Diaz Lugo. Cody Tyler Deeds. Rafael Vincent Elvera. Slade L. Esposito. Tomas Alejandro Estrada. Sadie Fleming. Valeria Fonseca. Andrew Gabriel Gallardo. Javier Jesus Garcia Mendez. Sebastian Gazda. Courtney Gersey. Adriana Marie Gorbachev. Brian Gordado. Dia Gulbazi. Nathaniel D. Carrazzi. Matthew Scott Hargrove. Jesse Hedoretsky. Casey Ferrarto. Alfredo Herrera. Jasmine Herrera Mitchell. Elijah Hill. Sandra Valentina Hamaza. Philip Herstick. Angeli Johanna Ibarra. Angelo Jardine. Jada Jett. Keila E. Jones. Allison Krupe. Adrian Morel Lava. Lino Lazzari. Nicole Michelle Linares Moreno.
Jessica Amy Luna. John Lunsford. Sebastian Majerni. Samuel Marie Louisa. Haley Elizabeth Lopez. Jamie Martinez Lewis. Kay McDermott. Marian Mahia. Josiah Ethan Melendez.
Way to go, Kay.
Justin Daniel Mena Naranjo. Tyler Messner. Nicholas Leon Michael. Nathaniel Charles Milano. Riley Miniger. Joseph David Rogan. Bianca Marcela Robles Sanchez. Jake Mora. Jalissa Murillo. Julia Rachel Valeria Navarro. Jacob Daniel Navarro. Michelle Loyola Morales. Sebastian O'Mara. Edward Ortiz Ugalde. Eric Antonio Paz Hernandez. Angelin Rocio Pena. Natalie Michelle Rodriguez Perez.
our ship. Colin A. Ship. Carter Sierra. Damian Smutek. Daniela S. Soto. Alexandra K. Strauss. Paul David Tamara. Paramla Guerrero. Alonzo B. Torres Figueroa.
Here you go, boy, David.
Stephen Arena. James Isaac Urrutia Nunez.
What was that?
All right, as we close out today's ceremony, I would like to invite Mr. Stephen Menudo to the podium. Graduates, the tassel you wear today is more than a decoration on your cap. It is a symbol of achievement and transition. Traditionally, the tassel is worn on the right side by students and moved to the left side upon graduation. This simple gesture marks the completion of one chapter and the beginning of another. It represents your journey from learning to a graduate, from preparation to possibility, and from the familiar halls of Manville High School to the opportunities that await you beyond them. Each of you have arrived at this moment through your own unique path. You have overcome obstacles, celebrated successes, and created memories that will remain with you long after tonight. As you move your tassel, take a moment to reflect on the people who supported you, the experiences that shaped you, and the future you are now prepared to create. At this time, I invite all members of the class of 2026 to stand.